So another week is here, and it's a very interesting week coming up because this week I'm starting to talk to more people with science background, because we're aiming to go into the next phase now of, over the last few months I've been developing the mentoring and the program and the methods that we're using to help people to find direction and build a growth mindset. I've just built it out myself from my own experience in my life, but to make it as good as possible, we want to make it science-based. So we're going into the next phase where we're now gonna validate the methods that we're using to solve the problem by bringing in people with with psychology and neuroscience background. So this week I've scheduled a bunch of meetings, up to 20 meetings with different people around the world with this right skill set. So yeah, you're going to be able to follow along and see the journey of having all of those different conversations and seeing if we're able to find a good match with anyone. So yeah, looking forward to it. See how it goes. Alright, I'm now done with 6 back-to-back meetings today. It's Wednesday, and I've been talking with a bunch of researchers, psychologists, a bunch of interesting different people, and the 2 last ones was super good. Two people, or 2 guys that one of them have a bit more the correct background, and one of them has even more background knowledge within startup, have built a bunch of different or have built some successful startups, specifically within edtech, and he had a lot of knowledge and potentially, so 6 calls done for today, and feeling good, and now I'm going to cut my hair, and then I have one more in later today. Looking forward to it. Another week, there we go. Another week have passed, week in, week out, all the time. This week, as you've been seeing, it's been a lot of meetings for me. I haven't shown you everything and all of my thoughts, but overall, I've been having like plus 30 meetings with people with science background. So let me give you a little bit of an information on how the development of the project is going. So I started this project just a few months ago, 6 months back, and eventually it was when I really discovered what I really wanted to do. So when I figured out that in my life, one thing that have been giving me a lot have been my journey towards trying to become a professional tennis player. And in the journey of trying to become a professional tennis player, it haven't really in the end of the day been about like becoming a professional tennis player itself. It's been about having the courage to just go for it. And somehow in my life I've been through a lot of pain, both in my family and in school and all sort of things, that have just kind of made my path of having that courage to just go for it. And throughout the journey, I've been meeting a lot of people in my age, and they are too scared to go for what they really want, and they feel it's unsafe and all these sort of different things, and they just go the normal one-way path. And for me, my journey have been giving me so much in terms of healing my relationships, improving myself as a person, making me as a better partner to all the relationships around me, which have been giving me a lot. And I want more people to understand that you have a dream and you can go for it, and help them to build a mindset to be able to actually go for it. So throughout the last few months, I've been just using my own knowledge based on my journey and working with my mental coach for like 7 years to be able to help people, and through my own research as well, to be able to help people to understand what they want and build a mindset and life alignment to be able to actually go for it. And so far, I mean, I've been building up a lot of validation around this concept, and now we're going into a new phase where, since we want to build this into a scalable solution to be able to make it accessible for all young people out there, and not only people that is working with a one-to-one coach like me who is limited on time, we want to make it science-based, to be able to make sure that we have the best methods in the world to be able to help people build the right mindset, to be able to take actions towards what they actually want. So this week have been about talking with people with this science background and understanding their position, their view of the problem, how we kind of can build that up, and also find someone who likes to join the startup, and so we can take the next steps and build the baseline for the company based on science. And that's been going really well. All the conversations, getting a lot of new insights, a lot of new knowledge, meeting a lot of new people, which have been very helpful. And that have just made me smarter on what are actually the right next steps for us to take, which you will see in the next weeks ahead. It will take some time before we bring somebody on, and it might be that in the way that I thought we would bring somebody on 1 week ago, will maybe not be the right way to do it. But if I wouldn't have jumped out into this week without too much preparation, without knowing exactly how it would go, just jumping out into it to learn and to gain more knowledge, if I wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't have been sitting on the knowledge that I'm sitting on now, that helps me make a better strategic decision for the project in terms of if we're actually going to bring somebody on, and if we're going to bring somebody on in what type of position, in what type of way. So yeah, I've learned a lot, and I'm really pumped to kind of take the next steps in the project going forward. I will still be available for coaching, even though we're kind of taking steps into actually building the startup out more than just my coaching itself, based on my own experience. But yeah, for people that want the change in their life and the transformation of going from I don't know what I want to do to actually understanding the path that you really want to take on and build a mindset to really build that career, I'm here. But yeah, so based on this week, I have much clearer understanding for what strategic decisions we're gonna make going forward. And this is one really big important insight for you to have. When it comes to planning and strategies, when you're starting out a new project, things are changing every week. So right now, based on the knowledge I've learned this week, I have a clear idea of what the next steps are, but in 1 week it might be totally different. And that's the kind of level of adaptability you need to have. You need to be able to adapt and change quickly when things happen very quickly. So yeah, no, I'm really happy with this week, and now we've been moving as well. So we're in the mainland of Finland right now for 1 week, and then we're going to Oslo. So yeah, I mean, looking forward to keep pushing, and thanks for following the journey. I hope you start to follow your dream as well. And yeah, talk to you soon.